Let me go ahead. Okay, hi, happy Monday. It's the last Monday of June. This summer is just flying by already, and that's so amazing. Summertime is such a special season. My name is Caitlin Johnson. If I don't know you, I am a Gold Ambassador here with Q Sciences. And I have 2 years with this amazing company, having partnered with them, and I just can't wait to share with you tonight what I found, what the person who invited you has found, to see if you have a cash flow concern, is this a solution for that? If you have a health concern, do we have solutions for that? And so that's what you'll be hearing about more tonight. So I am a wife and a mama of two. I have 2 precious little boys. One is sleeping right next door. The other one just got back from soccer camp. That's summertime, right? All these different camps and different schedules. I'm actually a former teacher. And so I stopped teaching so I could be a part of all of this. Whether my kids are in school or whether it's summertime, I stepped away from the traditional 9 to 5 as a teacher. Is actually a 7 to 3 type of thing, plus whatever we were voluntold to do after school. So shortly after Luke was born, I decided I'm going to find another way I'm going to have an additional stream of income into my home. And I started researching digestive health. That was where my passion flowed. And so if you've heard of gut health, if you've followed gut health, we could chit chat about that for hours. And actually I found it under bad circumstances. My older brother, Chris, he died by suicide. And I started researching trends and depression and anxiety. And I really found hope. I found a beacon of hope in gut health, and I became certified. So then my next step was to find some products and some tools that I felt super comfortable and confident recommending to my clients. And so what I thought would be, a little part-time side hustle thing has now turned into a full 6-figure income for me. So grateful. And I'm not lucky. And that's what I'm here to tell you. I've actually just followed a super simple system, which I'm super excited to tell you about tonight. So that's helped me and my husband have our life by design. We just got back from a 10-day vacation. He owns his own company as well. So we just sort of work as we feel inclined to, and then we do things like move on a boat and live on a boat. We're already talking about the next time we're going to do that, but that's actually when I started with this company, if you can believe it or not. I was living on a boat, a little nervous about it because it's not the norm, right? And so I reached out to a friend about this full spectrum hemp that she was talking about. Holy cow, it saved my butt. I, felt so much better taking it, and I can't wait to explain that to you as well. So who are we partnered with? We are partnered with Q Sciences. And why was this the right company for me? And then you can just see what's in your best interest, right? So we are in over 20 countries. In fact, today they just announced Czech Republic is opening soon. It is insane that this company has, in such a short amount of time, become available so globally. What we offer are cutting edge technology in the health and wellness sector. So I didn't say we offer the best supplements ever. I said what we offer and why we're different and why our supplements turn out to be the best is because they follow the science and they upgrade the technology. So what the research says, that's where the science is. And that's why we have these stories, one of which you're going to hear from my dear friend Christine tonight. So stay tuned for that. We have had 700% growth since 2017. I started in 2018, 19? I can't even count anymore. I don't know what year it is. Okay, I think you got this. So that growth, that huge 700% growth, I mean, that's amazing for any company, right? Well, it's because of our president, Mr. Jake Spencer. He has a nickname of the Fixer. So that's what he did. He went and he consulted in a bunch of different companies to help make them better, to help their bottom line. And he ended up consulting with Mr. Mark Wilson. He is our CEO and founder. And Mr. Mark Wilson is amazing. He's actually a former NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback. And so he knows success. He knows consistency. He knows how to win, right? And what I love about him is he cares about what he's offering those of us who are partnering with him to have a financial stream of income, as well as the people who are customers. And he says that he will never, ever, ever have a product or a business that we would ever be ashamed of. And that meant the world to me. And I've had conversations with him one-on-one where he's very genuine. And so he actually talked Mr. Jake Spencer into not just becoming a consultant, but coming on as originally our VP of Global Sales. And then they ended up co-owning the company together. And we have their mentorship every single day on hand. We just heard from Mr. Jake Spencer today. We'll hear from Mr. Mark Wilson on Thursday, which is just so incredible, the transparency, something I love. Right, so with our health tools, remember I said they follow the science, they have cutting edge technology. There are so many of them that I can't wait to show you, that I've never had to turn anyone away. When someone comes with a need, Dr. Stephen Kimberly has created all these different verticals, whether you need help with sleep or stress or energy or hormones or fitness. That's another vertical that I'm gonna talk about. And then we're about to launch in a few short months a whole other vertical called collagen, if you haven't heard of it, which is amazing for so many things, including gut health. So I'm super excited about it, but it wouldn't hurt. I'm 38. It wouldn't hurt to like firm up the skin a little bit too. So I'm excited about that. But Dr. Stephen Kimberly, who is our Chief Science Officer, actually was an editor at WebMD for so long. So WebMD, for things to get up there, you have to be so researched, right? And that's what he oversaw. And as a doctor, he was great. You know, he was able to help a lot of people, but that was after they had a need to see a doctor. And so he actually became a naturopath because he thought, wow, we have all these amazing things that people aren't absorbing into their bodies. And that could actually help them feel better in the long run, where they don't need to go see their doctor, or maybe as often, or maybe at all. So we've been able to capitalize on market trends. The hemp space is soon, and yeah, like that collagen space, new markets coming soon. So this is it. This is our full suite of products. Basically, their whole design is to fill in nutrient deficiencies. I just heard a stat the other day that every psychiatric condition has some sort of like deficiency of nutrients, and you can eat healthy from sun up to sundown and maybe even beyond into the night, but unfortunately our soil is just so depleted. Does that make sense to you? Unfortunately, you just need to eat so many bales of kale. Bales of kale, is that a thing? It should be, it rhymes. Or, you know, like you need to eat a whole dozen apples to make sure you're getting the nutrient that we would have gotten, say, in the 1950s, the 1940s, that type of thing. So these are just easy ways. You have lotions and tinctures and sprays and supplements in pill form filled with herbs that fill in those nutritional gaps. So we have over 50 products. Our hemp oil is what attracted me to this company, and I tried that full spectrum hemp. And you guys, I just noticed I was a much better mom and wife. I wasn't as anxious, and those anxious stress feelings, they came out as anger. So I wasn't yelling as much. I wasn't just like then beating myself up at the end of the night, like, why was I so mean to my poor little 3-year-old, you know, that type of thing. So that's what I noticed for sure. I do want to talk about our fitness and weight loss in just a minute, but our sprays, if you can see them, there's a vitamin D, vitamin C. These are amazing. And the only quicker way to get them in your system is through an IV. And so sublingual sprays are super easy, especially for kids and like my dad, who's 80, right? Speaking of kids, we have an amazing kids core powder, which is a probiotic and prebiotic in one with multivitamin and elderberry for immune support. Immune support is so important, right? It's one thing to buy supplements and think that they're working. It's another thing to feel that they're working. So the full spectrum hemp, you just stick it under your tongue, and it comes in several different flavors. And like I said, that line is actually going to be improved to include other parts of the hemp plant that have amazing benefits. So stay tuned for that. And then we have this amazing pouch that has several different bottles. They come in AMPM packets, but the bottles themselves contain supplements, and inside the supplements are like 6 to 7 to 8 to over a dozen different minerals and herbs and probiotics and all of these things that work as a core component of what we all should be taking every single day, right? So you have your nutrition, you have your inflammation control, and then you have your gut health all in one. You just take an AM pack, you take a PM pack. It's super easy. And this is actually our best seller. This is something that if you don't eat the best, or even if you do, you still need to fill in those gaps. So before I talk about this, I wanted to invite my friend Christine up. Let's see where you are. Unmute you, my love. And there you are.
Can you see me?
Yes. Okay. So Christine.
I don't know if I can even see me. Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hi.
So yeah. Okay.
I can hear you. Hi,
Okay,
everybody.
Good. Well, I am so excited to hear what you have.
Okay, so y'all, I am so excited to share with you, and I am in temporary housing right now. So if lots of craziness goes on behind me, I apologize in advance. I actually have a dog booty on me right now too, that everybody's just trying to find a cozy spot. But I'm super excited to share tonight. I actually became a Q ambassador a year ago. So I just had my 1-year anniversary. And I was really looking for solutions to anxiety and depression and sleep. So one of the biggest issues that a lot of us in this house suffer from is good quality sleep. And I am here to tell you that this sleep spray has saved the day for me. Women are warriors, y'all. And like I just said, I'm living in temporary housing. I lay my head down and I think of 50,000 things to worry about when all I'm really trying to do is go to sleep because I'm so exhausted. And I've been using the sleep spray, and it just helps me so much to settle in, calm down, quiet my thoughts. My 10-year-old uses it when he's overstimulated. It's awesome. And then the fan favorite, my husband uses the Q Rest. He has insomnia. He has a really, really hard time with staying asleep and getting good quality sleep. And it has been a game changer for him. So I thank you so much, Caitlin, for letting me share with y'all. And I'm just so blessed that, like you, a friend shared the Q products with me. And it's really been awesome for my family. So I appreciate you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you even more for hopping on when you're in the middle of this chaotic period that you're going through. So you're amazing. You're awesome. And I'm truly so grateful. Sleep is important. Sleep is the basis of our health. So to have those two products, yeah, like that's incredible. So thank you. So also something
Thank you guys.
Thanks. So also something that you guys have access to as customers or potential customers would be a QFit challenge that we have going on right now. That's actually for the entire family. And that's fun because the grand prize, it's not like a Biggest Loser thing or anything like that. It's just if you show up and you participate, they're gonna do a drawing, and if the stars align, you and your family are going to Disney World. How awesome is that? So we offer these challenges all the time, and they're part of my QFit. It's almost like an entire different entity, but it uses some of the products that I already went over, because you guys, a lot of times fitness and weight loss and things like that are just byproducts to having your optimal quintessential nutrition satisfied, okay? So we do have meal replacement shakes. I use them for my gut health. I could talk all day about that. I could literally give a 2-hour seminar on why these shakes are so good for your gut health, which is actually then great for your mental health and brain health. We have the hemp creams I do lots of strength training. I don't think I've told enough people that my son has a head in the 98th percentile. He's heavy. His head is heavy. I have to be able to pick him up all the time. The little 4-month-old is not so light. And so after my workouts, I use that Excel cream because I know it will help me get back to my strength training the next day. Trim is amazing for toning up, for losing weight. That Align, which a lot of people on this call love, inflammation. And then we have our amazing clean, all natural energy drinks, not full of crap. And so I can't say enough good things about the supplements that go along, but also we have a customized app with instructional like videos. So if you don't have a gym to go to, but even if you do, you can still follow the app. Meal plans all the time, a nutritionist, you have so much access to your fingertips. This will make your goal so doable, no joke. And so this was just, you know, one of my friend Kristen Wyatt, winner of one of our recent challenges. That's 4 weeks, guys. That's awesome. Okay. So whether it is the fitness, whether it's the sleep, like you were talking about, whether it was the stress and anxious feelings, like I was talking about, what Christine and I saw was not only a way to feel better, but this is where is cash flow a concern for you? How do you leverage this? And so the company helps us retain customers, right? We have something called Q Rewards, where I'm accumulating free points every single month for free products. Super awesome. They provide customer support alongside us. They manage our orders because my customers can go to like my online supplement shop. How cool is that? And there's really, really such low risk to doing this. And we do have free shipping options for both ambassadors and customers. So customers have that Amazon feel and they want to continue to purchase from your shop. So if that is something that you want to think about, making money while you sleep sounds really good to me, and you will be sleeping if you have that sleep spray on your auto shipment, then it's $39.95 to become an ambassador. People always want to know, this sounds good, but you know, what is this cost and what do I get with it? So the $39.95 is a whole year. You get an app for free for a month. And that makes it so easy. Christine's moving. She's got 3 sons. They're all over the place. And she works a full-time job. So she can't sit and do anything else. But when someone says, hey, Christine, I really need help with sleep. Oh my gosh, this is what the sleep story did for me. Let me send you the info. And she gets on her app and she just sends the scientific information that Dr. Kimberly and his staff have created for us. So that's what I love about it, is how this sort of fits into my lifestyle. And then you have your little online store that people can go to. And then you have support yourself. No one does this alone, right? There's corporate support, and then of course, all of us together who are repping the company and partnering. So really quickly, how do you make money doing this? If that is something if this is like clicking off some things in your head, like, okay, yeah, this is making sense. I got this. Oh, someone's going to help me. Okay, well, how do I make money? What does that even look like? So, of course, when people order from your site, you get commission off of that. The company is very generous with the amount of commission they share with us for the products that they create and they ship. I just love that part. But then also, as you are sharing with people, you have the biggest blessing of them all, which is to help them set up a business. And if they set up a business partnering with you, you get a little bit of cut of that because you're involved in their business. It's like owning a franchise, a Starbucks or a McDonald's. You get a little bit of that, right? And so all of the orders that go through all of those online stores, they add up. And so, for example, down at the bottom, if 3 orders go through your franchises, you know, that is a set pay. I love that about our compensation plan. It's no guesswork because this is a business. If you run a business, you need to know your numbers. So $50 a month, and then we do have bonuses as well. So that's the third way you get paid. For example, if you're needing to make $1,700 extra a month, because that will cover your mortgage and your car and your groceries, right? Then that is actually 100 orders going through all the stores that not only you helped open, but as you help someone open a franchise, they help people open franchises, and all of that, you know, counts because you helped. And then we have something that's amazing called the Financial Freedom Movement. This is eliminating people's debts. This is like by far the thing that gets me the most excited when people say yes to this opportunity is they can go ahead and they can contact a financial coach right then and there and have them, you know, just very non-judgmentally break down where you are leaking money and where you could be saving money and things like that. So you'll learn investment and strategy, and they actually are going to be a part of that new fitness challenge I talked about too. So kids can start understanding saving and spending and that type of thing. But this is me talking about how when I quit teaching, I wasn't bringing an income in anymore. And that left me feeling very disempowered. I had been a worker since I was 15. I even started working in a daycare before I could get paid. I asked if I could go there when I was 11 and start working at a daycare. I'm just like, I wanted to be like a little nurturing mama from the time I could remember. And so then I felt like I lost a little bit of me when I wasn't bringing in income. So what financial freedom movement, they send several $100s to my, actually, coincidentally, it's my student loan debt for the job I don't do anymore. They send money to that every single month. I don't even see it. I don't want to see it. It just keeps pulling down my principal, which is amazing. And it's the best bonus ever. So what do we do every day? What does it look like once you say, I want to do this? Then you do have a training and an onboarding, right? You wouldn't just open up a Starbucks and then say, okay, open up your order to customers. You would have to learn how to run that business. You would have to train people as well. So that's your onboarding and your training. You're not alone. And then you have access to any leader, any mentor in the company. Basically, we just all talked about that today a little bit. And we have a plug and play system. We just have a system. We teach you how to do it. You do it, and you see who else is looking as a cash flow or a health concern, right? So this system will work for everybody, everyone on this Zoom. That's how it was designed. Our compensation plan is skill-based. It's not talent. So that's why so many people are winning here. And that's how you can earn before you learn how to do all the things, because you're not doing it alone. And so the tools are there for you. We've created these systems. You have these tools just to tap into, right? Before we go, I did want to invite my soul sister. I'm so blessed by Christine and Lorena. I know I'm lagging a little bit, so that's why it's off. You guys are hearing me later than I'm hearing you, but I'm gonna unmute you, Lorena, and wait a second for you to come on. But Lorena just moved to North Carolina with her 4 boys. She's busy. She needed a simple plug and play system, right? And so Lorena, if you wanted to share a little bit about why you chose Q and what your experience has been, I would love to hear it.
Hi. So I love the plug and play system. She just said that word. I'm like, so I'm Lorena Allen, and I am from North Carolina now. I'm from all over, but now North Carolina. I'm a wife, a mama of 4 boys, and a former retail executive turned modern housewife, because most modern housewives have a side gig, right? So I joined Q a little over 2 years ago. Outside of the natural health advocation, which is a personal favorite of mine, I was looking for financial solutions to address our ballooning debt that we had, as well as a way to provide financially for my family while being at home with my boys. I knew that I was called to be at home with them. And so I really was saying no to a lot of other opportunities that drew me away from the home, because I knew that my heart was called to be here with them. So since partnering with Q a little over 2 years ago, it's been beyond what I had imagined it would be, even beyond my dreams. But I've been able to grow in my own personal financial literacy. My husband's pretty good, but within my mental health struggles, I struggled a lot within my own personal financial literacy, and the impulse control, and just reaching for that next thing just to give my brain that boost. And so we've now pursued my dream of living a coastal life. We're like 15 minutes from the ocean, like a mile down the road, which to me is amazing. And then being able to pay off over $25,000 in debt, like with the money that I'm earning, but also outside of that with the decisions and choices that we're making. So for me, that's huge. And what we're doing with the money when we see it and when we get it is a lot different than before I had partnered with this company. And so on top of that, I've also been able to open a retirement account for myself, which as a stay-at-home mom, that's huge. I would honestly have to say that my favorite part of Q is the culture. And part of that culture is that we are able to coach people in learning ways to improve their financial literacy. So it's not just about getting money, but learning smart ways of what we're doing with that money when we see it. So that's my own little snippet, but I'm just excited to see what the rest of 2021 brings.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you shared all that. What I heard you say is that your side hustle sort of turned into something that infiltrated every single aspect, your relationships, you know, with your boys, with your husband, and then of course our community. I mean, I didn't know you and Christine before this, and now I can't imagine my life without y'all. And that is important. You know, I mentioned my brother and how he died by suicide. He didn't have a community. He didn't have connections. And so I am thriving, being able to reach out to people and just connect. And there are people who never purchase anything and aren't interested in owning a business. But because I'm running this business, I have made myself available to them. And that's amazing. And that's what I heard you say as well. And Lorraine is an amazing health coach, so it fits her to a T for sure. So this is a picture of just some other ladies on a retreat that I went to. And she touched on the community piece beautifully. So I appreciate you so much. And so, yeah, what's next? You know, you're getting off this Zoom and maybe none of this resonated with you, and that's absolutely fine. If you're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested am I in purchasing or, you know, leveraging these products? If you're anything but a 0, then just have a conversation with the person that invited you here. And there's like no hurt feelings at all. This is just to see who's looking for any of the solutions that we offered. I intentionally did not go into every single product. We actually have a product talk. Amazing. We don't do these all the time. Tomorrow at 9. So if you're like, I need support in one of those verticals, what should I take? You've got to get into our Discovery and Quintessential Life group, where the amazing Miss Tara Truex, board certified health and wellness coach, advisory council member, 7-figure earner, she's going to go over on the product. And it's going to blow your mind, because I was not able to do that tonight. My baby's going to wake up at any point. So, you know, if you are someone who is just ready to be a customer, that's what you need to plug into next, right? If you are thinking more about both options, then yeah, that conversation for sure. Let's see where you are and what season you're in. And then some people watch these things and they're like, yes, let me get in now. I need to get in before collagen drops because I understand what that means. And so you're ready to plug into our system, right? You're ready to make those weekly paychecks, because the work you do this you get paid on next week. And that's what's amazing. So the person who invited you here will reach out to you, see what stuck out to you the most, and you know, just have a conversation. So I appreciate everybody who hopped on. My amazing community's here too. Couldn't do this without y'all. And my baby's crying, so that was perfect timing. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will just say good night.